Hi, my friends. I want to show you something that's really amazing, okay? Now, this is when I'm sorry. Let me slow down here. This is when the longest kick in NFL history occurred. This is Matt Prater. And I was actually at this game. I'd only been to two games when the Denver Broncos, even being a native there, and this one I actually made it. It was amazing because that morning, former wife ended up getting some tickets from someone new last minute, and we couldn't decide whether to go to the game or not. We decided to go to this game. It was freezing. We had to dress very warm and everything, like just cover like in the Christmas story. I had the kids dressed up and like him in the Christmas story. We had all that suit, the brother. Well, anyway, I got to show you something that's amazing because I went back and looked at this and reviewed this last week. I know I'm in this football kick now. I'm only baseball, but I've got to tell you, this is amazing, okay? I'm heading somewhere with this. Now, what you're going to see is, which I didn't realize, this is after, I'm going to rewind it back to this kick, but you'll see number 24 right in there. See the white shirt? That's amazing. 24 it means everything to me because I was born on the 24th. 24 is my favorite number. My family, everybody said 24. My sons would say, Dad, 24 is the number. My son always asked for 24. So 24 is my number. Now look at this. What is the odds that number 24, he's got on the front, there's no guy that has 18 there, but this is when the longest, because they even announced it, said Matt Prater's going to go for the longest kick in NFL history right now. So they all this pause and stuff like this. So this individual is actually, and whoever has a shirt that has 24 on the front instead of the back. I mean, the guy's he's facing towards the cameras when it's getting kicked through. And then you got an 18. I mean, this is crazy because I don't remember seeing, sometimes you have some numbers, but just 24 that large right in the front. Yeah, and see the black, and so the black 24. Wait, I'm going to wind it here in a second to show you this kick. But see, right in the center. And we were actually just up a little bit above him. There's a story behind this. So we were a couple rows. I can't see if we could see us in here. I can't zoom in enough. But it was horrible because what happened was, so Prater goes up to kick the ball, right? And I had my two sons there, Kyle and Ryan, right? So here comes, and I'm like, oh man, this is so cool to watch this thing shoot through the field goal and all this. And these idiots stood up right in front of us, right like, within seconds of it going through the field goal. And I said, you got to be kidding me. It's more about my kids, this to see that and be there. I was like, you got to be kidding me. How rude can you guys be, right? And we didn't get to see it. And I don't know if it was Ryan or Kai goes, Dad, did they make it? Because I couldn't see. But it was cheering, so they knew they was. I said, yeah, I said it went through, but I said I don't know how good it was. And so anyway, I was so disappointed. I was like, you got to be kidding me. The rudest thing to jump up, just sit in the seat, please. And they got kids here that, oh my gosh. So anyway, it's not to go, these people are so darn rotten and so selfish. Oh my God. So I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. So that was a 64-yarder, and it was amazing. Like I said, I've only been to games, and I got to see, take my kids to this game, and we froze the entire game. It was one of the coldest days in NFL history. There's been colder ones, I'm sure, but in the Denver area, man, it was terrible. The only other game that I had gone to was back in the 80s, and like late 80s. Yeah, I think it was late 80s. Well, that's when John Elway had 3 ribs cracked by the Steelers, and they hid it because they didn't want the team to know, and they got fined later. There's a whole story about that. It's an amazing story because John Elway is number 7, which was like the Lord in that one, and the guy that cracked his ribs, it was like number, I think it was like either number 6. The player, or 13, I can't remember. It was like Satan coming and breaking his ribs in that game. And that was during the playoffs. So everybody's like, oh, you got to be kidding me. They said, we just lost the major quarterback. So this is real stuff, folks. This is, there is a spiritual war even on these football fields, right? You think I'm making this up? It's not. I'm serious. It is real stuff, okay? So, I know some of the players, they do their things too as well, but there can be a spiritual influence and attack. So I was trying to figure this out. So sorry to go on long about this, but it just blows my mind. So I'm going to rewind it, and then this is a clear communication from thank you, God, Lord, and those others to pay attention to that day. There's so much I could tell you about that day. Even lost our bird, Dewey. He was a lovebird, and it was unfortunate. Yeah, I got home and informed my wife, said, hey, Dewey died while you guys were at the game. I said, you got to be kidding me. I love that bird, right? He was a blue lovebird, and he'd been with the family a long time, and had him since we had him since we was in college, when I got to CSU. Anyway, so there's so much to that date and this thing around here. And this says it's 7 years ago. So I'm going to rewind this and show you in.
Jason Elam, a former Bronco, and now for the all-time mark from 64. Matt Prater's kick is good! History is made! That'll get you fired up going into the locker room.
And then see, now here on the replay is when they, on the replay is when you'll see number 24 right here.
And he flushed it. There had been 4 made in history from 63. I mentioned Dempsey, the epic kick against the Lions long ago, some 40-plus years back. Elam here for Denver had done it. Janikowski of the Raiders had made one from 63 here.
See, Jason had tied the record, and then Prater came to this.
63. But this today is 64. Never before.
So anyway, so that is amazing. So God, the Lord, and angels working time back even back then, and saying, hey, Kirk Luke's number 24. And I've got something else to show you later about communication that they sent me about about Major League, the movie. And it's to me the T. I mean, it's hilarious. They're doing jocular with this, kind of being funny. Because remember, God's got a sense of humor, so does the Lord. And it is actually funny. So I'm going to do one about that. And I'm just testing out this new recording capability, okay? All right. All right. God bless. Let's see. I'm going to have to try to figure out how to stop this thing now that I got this. Nope, that's the wrong one. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So I'm going to stop that. God bless and love you all.